Hi, my name's Cam Whitcomb, and you're listening to Music Row.
Welcome to Music Row, a backstage pass to your favorite country artists. Here's your host, Leake.
Oh, mama. Ooh.
Is that what it is now? We just sing? We just sing?
Yeah, we just sing. It's my whole job now.
It became a job.
Yeah, but it's not even really a job, you know? I've worked a lot of Are we allowed to swear on this thing?
You're allowed to talk naturally.
We're
I mean, you're from the Valley, so that means all language included.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Vancouver Island. Yeah, Port Alberni Valley.
I spent some time, I talk about it like it's a sentencing, Powell River, BC.
Good. Nice.
End of the highway.
Character building.
Well, when you're at end of the highway,
Yeah, man.
things get weird.
Yeah, no, it's great at that. My grandparents used to have a place off, in Quatsino, off Port Hardy. Yeah,
That's
Powell
north.
River's. Yeah, you're right.
You're
yeah,
north on the island.
Powell River, that's across from
Comox.
Yes, that's right. Because you got to go one island over to the next, right?
You can
Or is it one island over?
It's
It's like a 3-hour ferry.
From Vancouver, it
Yeah.
takes forever. You got to take
Yeah.
2 ferries
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get
yeah.
up there.
But from Comox,
Comox is
like a
direct.
3
Vancouver Island, it's probably a couple-hour ferry ride, just like from Victoria to Vancouver.
I've lived on Vancouver Island my whole life. I just found out about Powell River.
Well, I think, like most people, if you're not traveling into those areas, why would you know about them?
Yeah. But you'd
So-
think, but I guess there's so many islands off of Vancouver Island. There's Quadra,
You're a busy
Salt
guy.
Spring. Yeah.
You're living on the island. You go fishing for sustenance every other day. I'm sure it's what kind of like family kind of setup did you have? What were your parents into?
Mom and dad. Dad worked lots. He's a logger, so he spent a lot of time in camp. I got 5 brothers and a sister.
How long would he go away? Like for 5 weeks or something
winter.
like that?
Oh, winter, pretty well, yeah. He's on a big logging company, so he used to like drive a truck and also manage 30-something trucks, and so
Wow.
lots of log trucks. And
He's seen some stuff.
yeah, the guy's a monster. The guy works his butt off. He's calmed down definitely in his old age.
Does he still have all his fingers?
Yeah, pretty well. Yeah, my grandpa has one missing, but otherwise, yeah,
Because that's common in that it's common.
Totally, yeah. I mean, my brother's dad, because we had different dads. My brother's dad, before he passed, he had like no fingers left. Like there was like he had like middle finger was gone. He had most of his index, but he was like a hand faller. My dad runs equipment, and and drives truck, and whatever. So
We are probably the only interview conversation that brought up losing digits to family members' hands in the first couple minutes. Cameron Whitcomb, thanks for doing this.
yeah. Thanks you for having me.
Thanks for writing music. Thanks for singing. The career, the trajectory, all of that stuff. I know it's been documented in that, but I'm new to the Cameron world.
Yeah, man.
It is wild to me how it happened, and it's fantastic that it did. It just shows that you can't really go wrong in trying.
No, man. Well, my whole career has just been me trying my best. I mean, like prior to American Idol, which is where I kind of got my start. Prior to that, I had never thought music would be a career for me. Like, honestly, to tell you the truth, I should have been working on a pipeline or cutting down trees for the rest of my life. And so the fact that, that came about, I remember getting that like golden ticket or making it on that show. And I was like, whatever I can do from this point forward to not dig holes the rest of my life is what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? And even after I got kicked off of the show, it was like, get kicked off. I went back to Canada. I knew nobody in music. I didn't know how to play guitar. I didn't know how to write songs. And so it was just like, I was like, what the hell do I even do, But I just picked up a guitar, started writing songs, started learning how to play guitar, and just posted every day, And that's all I could do. And I put on little shows after the American Idol thing and whatever else, and just really try my best. But it was definitely it's just a learning thing, and I continue to learn every day. And it's like, it's just, I don't know. I'm so grateful that I'm able to do this for a living. So but
a lot of it though too is you didn't want to work in the trades and or logging and the pipeline and that because you had that experience already.
Yeah.
And your family has that experience, and it's like that work can be very rewarding.
Yeah.
And it can also suck.
Oh man, but like, you know what? It's for the most part, it kind of just sucks. But I mean, I take a lot of pride in doing that for so long, before doing music, because it's like really character building for sure. But I mean, there's a lot of, even just mental health stuff that a lot of these guys are just so like accustomed to like being okay with. Like I had no idea how depressed I was for so long, and I just drank every day and did cocaine all the time, and just like it just seemed like that's what everybody else is doing. We're all doing the same thing. So like, it's
a
just
combination.
okay, I guess.
It's a combination for some of these, and it's not exclusively to these trades that we're talking about, or the pipeline or working logging and stuff like that. But it's people making a lot of money living in, bunks for months on end. It's
brutal.
And you're making lots of money, and then you
Making
go into
tons of
town.
money.
You go into town. It's like, now what do we do?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it
yeah.
just becomes like a habit. Like you said,
Yeah.
you're drinking every day. You're doing coke. You're spending all this money.
Yeah.
And
It's
you're
like straight up an
destroying yourself.
epidemic. Like honestly, to tell you the truth, it's seldom I seen a pipeliner that wasn't on the dummy dust every weekend. You know what I mean? And like even it's not even just the workers. It's like foremans. It's everyone from the top down in these industries, and they have their piss tests and whatever else. But I'm like, you know what? Like nobody's getting piss test because, they only piss test when something goes wrong, and then half the stuff or 90% of it isn't, talked about. It's like, you know what I mean? It's crazy. I mean,
they need teams. They need people.
Yeah. I mean, dude, like I was working with one guy, and we were doing something, and he shot a nail through his hand. And then my foreman at the time, he was like, no, we're not going to say anything. We're not going to say anything because, if you say something, we're all getting a piss test.
Right.
And then
Workplace
we're all
safety
going
comes
home.
in.
Yeah, dude.
And the job
straight
site,
up.
it's
Yeah.
shut down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I
That
mean,
is
that's
so-
how it is there. And like, people are so depressed, and like nobody talks about it. And it's just like, I don't know.
Is that where early songwriting started? Where you started thinking about, wait a minute, I got to sober up? And
I got clean once I left the pipeline. My best friend, who I'd grown up with 2 months before that, he OD'd a couple times, and then he finally went to treatment and then got clean, and then that kind of in turn got me clean, because as soon as he quit everything, and he and it seemed like everything in his life just got better. Like he went into treatment at 100 pounds, maybe 110 pounds, and he came out at like 180. You know what I mean? Like he was just like, because you make what, $12,000 to $14,000 a month clear on the pipeline. He was clearing $14,000 a month. He had nothing. He had absolutely no money, nothing to his name
just
at
drinks,
all.
just
by
drinks
the time,
and drugs
and cocaine. Yeah, dude. Like it was crazy, And
So
then
sad.
everything in his life, turned around as soon as he got clean, and he found his purpose. Running a treatment center and helping out a lot of other people that struggle with addiction and whatever else, and that's where he found his purpose, and that's what keeps him sober. And people often ask me like what my purpose is and what keeps me sober. And to tell you the truth, it's being able to play music for beautiful people, and like being able to do this for a job is like saved my life, right?
You created a hobby for yourself, writing songs, posting them online. Your first post online, it was probably nowhere near as good as your 200th post online.
No, it's
because
just
you're
a learning
figuring it
thing.
out. as
Yeah,
you're
I'm
going.
still learning, man. There's new stuff all the time. I mean, I feel like I got a pretty good rhythm, but honestly, like, I feel like a lot of artists, they shoot themselves in the foot when they get to a point where they're like, I got it all figured out. Like, no, man. Like, you never stop learning. I'll be 50 and continue to take stuff from people around me, Well, not
Sure.
take stuff, but you know
There's
what I mean?
gonna
Like,
be a new
learn
app.
stuff.
There's going to be a new way to cut it. There's going to
new
be
stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
So
man.
you start transforming this social media, call it health and welfare for you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Giving you a hobby, creative outlet, which is rewarding to begin with, but giving you something to do is probably the biggest thing, because that's where a lot of the people fall into addiction is, oh, I got nothing else going on. I guess I'll just sit here and.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, you get caught in that monotony, and it's just like, it's so easy to fall into that trap.
So but it starts taking off on social. People are starting to recognize you. And when you got a call from American Idol, did you think
I had no social media traction before American Idol. I was actually getting home drunk, and I would sit on my couch and do karaoke on my couch and post it to Reddit, believe it or not. You know what I mean? And then somebody found me on Reddit, a casting agent, and asked me to come do the show. Like, I had no social media following by any means.
Did you think that person who first reached out, did you think this is bullshit?
It's totally bullshit. I was like, there's no way. Like, what do you need, my credit card info? What do you need from me?
The Princess Zaire has reached out again.
Hey, just come on American Idol. All you have to do is send me a picture of your ass. And
okay, so you go through the filtration of it. Had you even seen the program before? Like, I'm sure you're aware of it. It's been around for
American. I had no idea. Even till the time I got there, I had no idea how the show went. Like, I didn't know. I was like, okay, I know you're supposed to go into a room and sing, but I had no idea about anything else about the show. Honestly, for me, it was just like, I just walked in there, like, totally out of my element, but so excited to even have the opportunity, And I think that really showed because, I was just excited to, a lot of people would show up and they're like, oh, they're not feeding us really, and they're not really, they're not being... they're kind of herding us like cats and whatever else. And I'm like, dude, I don't know if you know what it's like to work in the 40 below on a pipeline in Kamloops, BC, but I'm just telling you right now, you got it pretty good. We're staying in a bougie hotel and we get to hang out with incredible people and meet mega celebrities and hang out for free. Like, I'm just
the weather
saying,
is good.
The
food is good.
Weather's
people are
good.
Being nice to you.
Food was there, but you know what? People are like, it's like, man, like, I don't know. I was just grateful to even be there. I was like, they stuck me on economy flights and like, you know what I mean? In between people. And I'm like, just amped up. I'm just fired up. I was just grateful. Like honestly, like things couldn't have got better.
Before you showed up though, I'm guessing you started watching every season, every episode. Like, you just showed up.
I just showed up straight up blind. I didn't even know how the show worked. I watched a few kind of things, and the main thing that I did to get ready for the first audition was I quit smoking, and then I quit drinking. Actually, believe it or not, I quit drinking just for that time being. I was like, okay, well, these are two things that I know aren't good for me, and I know I don't feel good when I wake up, and my throat, I can't, like I've been yelling all night. You know what I mean?
You're not casually smoking and casually drinking.
I'm smoking and I'm drinking. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like, I just quit that, quit vaping, quit everything. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to go there. I'm going to try my best. And, like, I'm just going to keep singing. So I just singing every day. And then went through and basically what they told me was like, yeah, you're great. And we love you as a character, but you need to learn how to sing, is what the judges told me pretty well, right?
Right.
And then I went home. I was like working on the pipeline 72 hours a week, taking singing lessons like every second day, just getting ready to go do the Hollywood.
Were you doing your singing lessons online?
No, I would get up at 5:30 in the morning, get home at like 8, and then I would go take a singing lesson at 9, and then I'd go to bed and then work another, 12, 13 hours that day.
And obviously, were you in a camp that was dry?
It wasn't. I wasn't in camp. We were at LOA, so they gave us a live out allowance. So I had a little place, little apartment. I rented a room, kind of thing, off some dude, and it was great. It was great.
So
it wasn't great. But
what was your? Well, it's better to be living in a town in a community than living on camp.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, camp. Yeah, I've never been to camp. I got pretty spoiled when I did the pipeline stuff, to tell you the truth. I was like, had my own place and whatever.
Yeah, some of those camps, they truck you in and truck you out.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so what does the vocal coach say to you?
Just a
Did
lot
you tell
of
the
like
story? Like, okay, here's the thing. I started singing at night.
Yeah.
I'm singing in some Reddit, and I was just on American Idol. Can I get some?
Yeah, can you show me how to sing? Yeah, basically,
and
she was really great. Yeah, she was like, okay, first thing we ought to do is just get to work. I'm gonna need you twice a week, or maybe 3 times a week. And we're just gonna have to. We're just gonna work. And so So yeah, and I mean, main thing was just strengthening my voice because, the years of just yelling and smoking, whatever, I had no falsetto. I couldn't sing up here. Like this part of my voice didn't exist. You know what I mean? So it was like, it didn't even work.
It was repressed.
It was straight dead air. Like it was just dead air up there. And so like, I've just spent the past like 3 years trying to, reach new parts of my voice.
And then guitar's coming in too.
Guitar was after I got kicked off.
Yeah.
I went home and I was like, God damn. And so I bought like really cheap guitar and just started playing and just learning. And I was like, once I got a few chords down, I was like, okay, I'm going to work on my songwriting. And I just played every day. A lot of people are like, how do you learn how to play guitar so fast? I'm like, play it every day. Like, don't stop. Like anytime you're watching a TV show, it's just these things are so achievable if you just do it.
It's anything. If you want to pick up a new language, it doesn't work.
Do it every day.
It doesn't work if you just do it for a half hour on Sunday.
No, man, you can't do that. It's not a once a week thing. Like you need to really put your all into something.
When do you find it for you that, okay, things are actually starting to come together? Like you've done the idol, you've done the singing.
Once I got sober, once I really got clean, because I went home after Idol and, I thought I failed after the first summer. I had to go back to the pipeline. I ran out of money, but I just got back to the pipeline and I would, after work, I would go to this parking garage and sing in a parking garage just so I had something to post. And I just posted every day and built the social media.
And there's no one there. It's just you.
It's just me in a parking garage at 10 o'clock. My one buddy played guitar. I didn't play guitar very well. So I'd call him and he'd meet me in the parking garage. We'd sing songs and whatever. Or I would sing and he would play guitar.
You brought in lighting?
No, not even. There was like random little lights around the parking garage. So I'd set up the camera in a way where it looked kind of lit up. It was, it was so hokey, but it was like, whatever, And
but you're getting reps again.
I just kept working. I'd write songs every day, and I wrote a lot of terrible songs. But I really found my niche about writing things that meant 100% to me. Something like I've no luck writing about things that don't really actually mean to me. And I tell this to writers all the time that ask about my opinion on what they should be writing or how they should approach songwriting. I'm like, listen, don't write songs for anyone else. Write songs for you. And we're all human beings, we all go through the same things in one way or another. If you write songs for you, there's going to be someone out there that relates to you. So every song that I've written, in the past couple of years, it's been from me 100%, right? I love
the EP. I love that it's called Quitter. I love the lead-off single. It's knowing the story. It's really what you're saying. It's 100% you.
Yeah, man, for sure.
It's not quitting life. It's quitting things that are screwing up life.
Totally, yeah, man.
That are getting in your way.
Yeah, and I'll never be the kind of guy to preach sobriety because I feel like if you can have a few drinks and not be a piece of shit, you're probably allowed to drink. I don't feel like maybe alcohol is the problem all the time, but it definitely it is for me. I'm not me when I'm stoned. I'm not me when I'm hammered. I don't get anything done. I'm depressed, and as soon as I got clean, I mean, the first few months were pretty bad because it felt like I lost everything. I felt like I lost all my friends. I lost, the people, it was just sad. I felt like incapacitated kind of, but then I found solace in like moving out to these 5 acres on Vancouver Island and really just like writing songs every day, posting every day and really talking about things that meant a lot to me and exploring new kind of things about myself. Right. And then, now it's been great. Now I'm super comfortable in my sobriety.
Now your new addiction is tattoos.
Dude, I got a lot of them, a lot of bad ones too. It's great.
But tattoos, I think tattoos is a learning experience as well.
Man, right? You learn a lot about yourself, how much you can withstand. What it feels like to have a needle drug across your ribs is awful.
What you're willing to pay.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
How pretty do you want it to be?
Yeah, exactly.
How painful do you want it to be?
Yeah. Now I have like 1 or 2 guys that tattoo me, or a lot. What's been cool about this like newfound kind of success is like, I get a lot of tattoo artists messaging me wanting to tattoo me, and I'm like, hell yeah, because a lot of them are really great. I mean, this neck one was done by my buddy Benny, and he drove 2 hours to my hotel in Los Angeles and came, and he brought all his gear, and he tattooed me for like 2 hours while I watched a movie, and then we went out for dinner, and that was just like, it was the best thing ever, It was great.
So what? How does your songwriting work now that you've got this rhythm? You've got all these things that you've created normalcy. Stay with me on this one. You've created normalcy by getting rid of all your addictions to drugs and alcohol. By you wake up, you post online, you write songs, you go do a gig, and it's a regular pattern. So what does a normal day now look like?
There's no normal days anymore. Everything's different. Everything's, I mean, I'll go on writing trips and, but I feel like wherever I am, just give attention to what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like if I'm writing, I'm writing songs. If I'm playing shows, I'm playing shows. If I'm like, and just try my best to focus in on exactly what I'm doing and especially like the shows and stuff, I'm not playing a show and thinking about anything else. I'm there for those people that come to that show, and I'm there to meet those people. Like after every show I do, I stay behind the merch booth and I meet every single person that wants to say hi to me, because that's like my favorite part of doing these shows and meeting people with different stories and whatever else,
And it's an add-on to the show. It's a piece
wonderful.
of the show.
Get to take pictures with beautiful people and hang out, and people show up at the merch booth and be like, "Hey man, I got 2 years sober, or I got 5 years clean, or I got 6 months clean, and your songs really helped me out." That shit makes me emotional. That shit is the best thing that you could possibly say to me. And I am so grateful for those people that come to those shows and tell me these stories. It's literally the best feeling in the world. Like there's nothing better than that.
With the EP just being released, going by the energy that you have, and you've just always had a motor to put stuff up online and social on that, are you cognizant of songs that you're going to be putting up and saying, no, I can't put these up yet. They're not ready?
Honestly, if it was up to me, I'd drop everything. I wouldn't give a shit. I just put it all out there. I mean, I'm really not precious about music because, I feel like from the start, like Rocking Chair, that first kind of song of mine that really blew up, I wrote it that morning, and then I recorded it in my front yard that afternoon, and I put it up that day, same day. That whole song was one day thing, and and then it did 40 to 50, across all platforms. It's crazy, and so for me, I'm like, I don't care. I just want to get music out that people resonate with. I mean, now, like, you have to be strategic about things, obviously.
But it's that kind of mentality maybe too, though. This tour, most people don't go on tour across Canada and sell out like you're selling out. Like, this stuff is your marketing for you as the person, as the artist, as this guy who's like maybe this new leader for someone who's going into sobriety, somebody who wants to write songs, somebody who just wants to connect with music.
Yeah, I mean, it's less about, I don't know, man. For me, this whole thing has just been trying to plant a seed, like I don't want to preach sobriety to people that don't want to hear it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all up to everyone else to make that change for themselves. But if I can plant a seed about, same way my best friend planted a seed about, how everything in my life got better as soon as I got clean. If I can just plant that, and then you do that with, like, just do what you want with that information, but I'm here for you, I'm here for you the same way that my best friend was there for me, and there's someone beside you that's there for you as well. Like, everybody just, I feel like there's a lot of really shitty people out there, but there's a lot of really great people that just want to see you do better. I feel like deep down, a lot of people have a really good part of them that just want to see, like, people, man, like, it warms my heart when people show up and they're like, man, music really helped me out. And that's all I'm trying to do, like, and I write songs for me, and I'm grateful people resonate with them, right?
Are you going to have a focused break during the holidays? Do you sit down?
No, I'm going to Japan on the 12th. I'm going to Japan. I want to meet some monks, and I want to eat a whole bunch of crazy food, and I'm going to kind of zen out for a little bit. But
okay, so that's a focus, right? Like, that's your thing.
Okay.
You need to take a break,
right? Yeah,
from it all. But you're going to use it as an opportunity to experience something.
Keep learning new things, man. Like, I mean, that's the beauty about this tour too. Like, I've been all over across the United States, and these new experiences, and just even watching people, people watching. I used to get a lot of inspiration from going to like NA meetings, right, and meeting people and hearing their stories, because everybody has, different points of views and different ways they think about things, and I love that. I get a lot of inspiration from that, because, like, I feel like I don't know how anyone can be 100% certain about anything, like it's just, I don't know how to phrase this, but I feel like everybody should be able to look at everything from everybody else's point of view, right? Even if you don't agree with it, just like try to understand, because I mean, really, we're all just people, right? I don't know. I don't even know if that makes sense, but you know what I'm trying to say, right?
This has been awesome talking with you today.
You're the best, bud.
I love your energy.
Love
Don't
you.
stop it.
Do we hug now?
We do lots of things. There's a small spooning part of the program, but we'll
Okay,
get into
wonderful.
that, and we're going to turn off the camera.
Okay, we'll turn off the camera and we get into it.
Thanks for
I
doing
love
this.
you, brother.
We'll see
Thank
you.
you for the hang. Cheers.
Follow Music Row on X at Music Row Country, on Instagram at Music Row Official. Music Row is produced by Shed of Dreams.